Hi guys, it's Ben here. How's everybody doing? I've had a bit of annual leave this week and I thought I'd go out and do a bit of game shopping today. I went to my local store, Chips, and found some pretty interesting pickups. So I thought I might show you guys what I got. I didn't spend very much, but I got an interesting spread between new and old games. There was a little kid in the store who I got chatting to, and at first I was a bit suspicious that he worked for the store or something because he kept recommending games. But it was really interesting to hear his opinions. He recommended this game on the PS2 called Headhunter. I've never heard of this before in my life. It looks like a kind of third-person shooter. I can see pictures on the back here of a guy going through a building, shotgunning the hell out of everything. So it was only £2, and I figured, what the hell, if the kid recommends it, I've not got much to lose for £2, so I picked that up. And he also recommended Bayonetta. This is an Xbox 360 game that I've actually had my eye on online for a while. This was for $4.99. It looks like a really beautiful kind of beat 'em up game with some fantastic environments and really great varied looking combat. It's touted as being a really nice looking 360 game, and so I figured for a £5 again I couldn't really go wrong, so I'm really looking forward to playing this one. The other 360 game that I picked up was Max Payne 3. I was I don't know if I was a massive fan. I did play the original Max Payne game on the PS2 and thought it was alright. There were parts of the original game that I really didn't like though. You know those kind of strange dream sequence elements where you're wandering around in pools of blood and stuff and there's loads of screaming? I thought that part of the game was really shit and kind of got me a bit disillusioned with the series. But Max Payne 3 looks to be really interesting and like the kind of game that I would really enjoy. And I did like the kind of bullet time events in the original game, so I'm sure I'll enjoy this. This was also $4.99, so again, pretty reasonable price. The other PS2 game that I picked up was The Bard's Tale, and this was £3. This is a game that I remember being very highly regarded quite a few years ago. One of my friends was playing it at uni. It's kind of an RPG, but it's a bit tongue-in-cheek. It's got some interesting kind of plot mechanisms, I suppose, and lots of comedy and kind of a funny, quirky attitude to it. And I just heard it was a really original style role-playing game. I've kind of gone off RPGs a little bit recently because I've been getting a bit tired of them and feel like a lot of them are quite derivative. So maybe this will have a bit of comedy and some light-hearted fun that will get me back into the genre a little bit. I don't know. I didn't know that Chips had Mega Drive games in there, but they had like a retro cabinet with some Mega Drive stuff in it. And I found Flashback in there for £7. Flashback is a game that I've been looking at for a while. It's really well regarded title on the Mega Drive, and with some fantastic looking graphics, really great graphics. I'd say it's another game that showcases what the Mega Drive was capable of. How would I describe the game? Well, it's like a sort of like a platformer in a sort of Prince of Persia style, I guess is the closest thing I could think of. And I'm really looking forward to playing this, and I'll show you guys some game footage once I get stuck in. I've been looking for a 6-button Sega Mega Drive pad for a while, and as you know from some of my videos, my Mega Drive pads have been getting a bit screwed up. I did spot an original official controller for £3 in there, but the guy talked me into buying this 6-button pad. I don't know if I got ripped off because this is a third-party controller. It's not actually an official Sega one, and it was £4. So maybe I was a bit too rash in picking this up. I should have probably looked online at how much it was worth. But meh, we'll see how it plays. And I was just a bit desperate for a pad, really. I do tend to like eBay and Google games when I'm in game stores, and it seems like the price for those other things that I picked up was pretty reasonable. So yeah, I spent like £25 or less and got quite a lot of games to get stuck into there. So it's been a pretty good day, and I'm feeling pretty upbeat about things. So yeah, you can look forward to some gameplay footage of these games shortly. Alright guys, take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.